Hey YouTube, Mike here. How we doing today? Hope we all had a nice weekend. All right, today we have the camera a little out of position there. All right, today we're going to just do a little update on some tools that a few people have actually from the tour of the workshop asked specifically what they were, where I got them, so on and so forth. Also, I wanted to do show you the completed box. I have part 2 coming up. Just has to be edited. My daughter went away for Memorial Day, so when she comes back, she'll be doing that editing. But and then I just wanted to talk to you. That's something that's been bugging me about things that I've been seeing on the internet. So let's jump in quick and we'll start with the box. Well, the box is complete. I have used it. I brought it to the store to build the models. So I've got put a little corner pieces on. I got the handle on. I got the lock on, the last hasp on. So basically, I got 4 shelves. I keep my glue, my CA, my tape. I keep some larger paint pots here, a charger for a light. I'll show you in a second. The bottom drawer here has Kaizen foam that has all of my modeling tools, knives, pin vise, clippers, bits for the pin vise, things to hold off the clamp, that hold off the table, my scissors, files. Then in here I have some paint, some more tools and my brushes. Then in here is all paint with a little paint tray that I can mix or water down my paint. And then in the top I have some basing material, glue, PVA glue, stuff like that for the bases. But this is what I thought was really cool. I found this and I got it for, it's an art light. I got it for $5.99 on sale. And basically, look at this thing. It's rechargeable. It's got 2 settings, and then off, and then it'll tell you the time and the temperature. I never set it. I just leave it. You know, people of my age going blind, you need as much light as you can. But it's nice. And then I carry an old gun bag that has foam in it that I can transport the models back so they won't get damaged. Okay. I had a question on the drawers below the MFT3 table. I'm going to take the camera off and I'll show you what I have inside my drawer. Oh, that didn't sound good. Inside of the drawers below my MFT3 table. All right, here I have my most used tools. As you can see, I keep a whole slew of just extra, sandpaper that I really won't go on the sanding machine, or sandpaper that I use a lot, saws, a little miter box, counter sets, spring-loaded center punch. I keep 4 of the fast cap rubber hold-ups. I keep some little pry bars, a reamer, a couple of hammers and mallets, little screw wax, 2 small planes, and a square. And then here is what I did for Incra. All of my Incra, my calipers, my pens, my scribe, measuring pieces, and I just keep that there because I use them a lot. So, another question was, let me get this back up here on the tripod, was the pen, the pencil that I use. Okay, we're here, we're there. Let's just grab this little puppy. All right. The left the pencils in here. I do have one mechanical pencil that is actually it's an Incra one. Let's get this set back here. But I use these mechanical lead pencils, and they're very inexpensive. I buy them in packs of 6 from, what is this, Office Max. And what I like to do is if I'm going to scribe a line, I'll either take the Festool holders or just dogs and put my piece in to get it nice and so I can go very easy. And it is, you're going to break the lead, because I know that was a question about breaking the lead, but if you're supported at least on two sides, or if not one side, you can go very easy with the line without breaking. Let's just do 2 lines here. Just nice and easy. And trust me, I have broken lead. See? So it's just two, use a hold down. You could use one. You know, you could use one, or you could put 2 this way to keep it nice and steady. See, we'll use the Inker one. That's it. And that'll make your line. So, that's that. I keep them right here. I keep the rest in a holder for my pens. All right. My sanding block. It's a Sand Devil. It takes a 3x20 piece like of belt sander. That's it. And basically, it just, you put it into the piece. As you can see, it expands. It expands. So you just basically put it in. It'll mold right to the shape of it. You can spin it as many times as you want until the sand block is, tighten it down, and there is the sanding block. It's very nice. It's, you can go on, just go on and Google Sand Devil. So it's about 10 inches by about 1.25 inches sanding block. And I use it a lot. I just keep it right here. I probably go up to about 100 grit. That's what I'll go up on. All right. My box cutter. This is an Inker box cutting jig, which they noticed on the miter saw station. And it's made, here, let me swing the camera around. Now, it was set for my rigid saw. It is not set for the saw stop. And basically, it goes into the miter slot. Of course, the guard is off. These two are adjusted. You loosen this and you adjust it for whatever size wood you're going to do, and it'll slide left and right and up and down. But we're just going to keep it like this. You guys can get it. You just put it in the miter saw slot and slide it, moving your piece over. And the index on it is right here. And it is adjusted through this right here, and then micro adjusted through the bottom. And it works very nice. Like I said, I got to get it set up for this miter saw. All right, let's get this back over to the table, and I'll show you what I picked up about a month ago, and I'll be doing a video on it. This is from Rockler. This is the box cutter jig that is used on the router. So these two guides here go into a slot on the router table, and then you have different insert pieces up to 1/2 inch. This is 1/4 inch. Then you have to cut backer. So as you can see here, you have the little slot that you're going to have to go over and accept the router bit. And as you see, you just slide it right over the router. Move the piece. So you put it up against this guide, do your first cut, move it onto it, and just keep back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A little bit of the screw wax on here keeps it nice. Very little play in this. I've played with it. I haven't had real time to use it, but that's going to be an upcoming video because it wasn't expensive. And I'll put all the model numbers and everything with the prices in the description below. And then another thing that I bought is for when you want to put the little splines in the edge of the boxes. So this here does almost the same thing like the box cutter does, where you have the two guides that fit into the track, route a bit, put your box. These things adjust back and forth, so you'll do one cut, two cuts, flipping the box, then adjust this over for the distance you want the splines, do your 4 cuts, so on and so forth. Again, a little bit of the screw backs in here. Very inexpensive. I know that was around $200+ that one, for the amount of time that I've used it. I really wish I found this one first. But this is what I'm really excited about. This is also from Incra, and it's the hinge crafter. So basically, once you make your boxes, you run the squares through a round over bit, and you make the boxes round. Then you take this jig, and this jig is good from 3/8, 1/2 inch, 5/8, and 3/4. Then you take this jig, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. Let me just grab the drill bit out here. So you would, and as you can see, you have the 4 different positions. You would clamp this into a vise, and as you can see, I haven't even used it yet. That will clamp the piece of wood in, and then it comes with its own drill bit. Now, I did buy from Irwin, it's a 1/8 inch drill bit. So I bought a second one, and it's 5 inches long. And basically, once you have it clamped, you just drill right through it. And of course, as much as you have, you're only going to do, well, one does 3, one does 4, one does 5, one does 3. You just drill through it, move the piece of wood over, keep drilling through it. It keeps centering it. And then when you put the 2 pieces together, like would be the box joint, you just put your dowel through it, and now you got a wood hinge. Pretty cool. I've watched quite a few videos on it. I'm biting at the bit to try it. I'm going to try it, and then I'm going to do a video on it. Very nice. They come out very nice. Okay. I've had a lot of questions about my tools. Why did I choose the tools that I use? Well, for one, I grew up on Milwaukee. I grew up on rigid, of course, being a plumber in a plumbing family. But I grew up on the Milwaukee. The Sawzall, the circular saws, the jigsaw, all the stuff that we use, my family used. So I'm got pretty hooked on Milwaukee. Phenomenal product, good prices. A lot of people say, well, why don't you use DeWalt? But you can see I do use DeWalt. I use the 60 volt max, which is a great system. Love the stud drill. The thing works phenomenal. We keep the big Sawzall on the truck. That thing works phenomenal. I have here, let me show you, I just picked up this, the gyro operated screw gun. I have 2 straight ones and one that you push a button and the handle folds down and makes it a pistol grip. You know, it's got the quick lock chuck, a light, it's got the tiny little battery, it's 8 volt, it's fast charging. I keep this inside of my service bags when I do the tankless heaters. Love it. I got a second, as you saw in the video, I got a second cordless compressor. So yes, there is DeWalt. But for me to swap out all of the tools that I have for DeWalt, and I've been using them, it's just not cost effective. But when you're going to purchase a tool, okay, whether you grew up with it, best thing is, of course, your budget. Buy the tool that's under your budget. When you can, save up, swap out, sell things to buy those tools, like I do. That's how I do it. As you know, I do not receive anything for free from any tool company. I will not. It is my wife and I decided we weren't going to do that under this channel. I purchased the tool, I use it, and I will review it and tell you what I think of it. I'm not going to buy a tool that I feel is not good. So I won't review it because it's not fair to you watching these videos that you're going to spend your hard-earned money on your hobby. Another thing is I look at the contractors. Now yes, contractors use a lot of DeWalt. They use a lot of Milwaukee also. Very little do I see contractors using the Festool. As you know, Festool is more hobbyists use their tools than professionals by like, I think it was 3 to 1. So it just goes to show what a very good tool is. But you know, I watch these videos and I watch these things that guys have used this tool. Let's just say this tool. They've used this tool for years. You've watched me use my Milwaukee drill, my vac system for numerous videos on numerous projects that I've done. Then all of a sudden, this tool is no longer, it's no longer around. Another tool is in its place. And now it's a bad tool. Why? Did it go bad? What happened? That just baffles me. If you don't like the tool anymore, then fine. Then sell it and use the money to buy something else. But don't knock the tool because you've used it for so many years. So that's what really rubs me the wrong way. That, you know, don't influence yourself by things like that. Go with what you can afford and what you feel by doing research is a good tool for yourself. Now, like with me, when I was younger, I would buy stuff to use it once. I bought a brake, an 8.5-foot aluminum brake, just to do the aluminum when I built my first wood shop on Long Island. And that thing sat in my garage for like 6 years until we figured out a reason to take it out and use it for our plumbing business. But I don't do that no more. When I buy something, I use it. Again, nobody gives me it for free. I don't even have a Patreon. People ask me, what's your Patreon? Why don't you start a Patreon? I won't do it because I feel that, you know, I'm going to tell you this is a great tool. I have 3, like I said, I have 3 of them. And it's not a Milwaukee, and Milwaukee does have similar ones. I just like this because the way it just operates. I can go slow, I can go fast, and it lasts a long time, the battery. So I find it to be a good tool. I'm just using that as an example. You know, budget is the first thing, like I said 3 times already. Budget is the first thing. Do a bit of research. Just don't go by what I have. I know a lot of guys have sent me emails saying, hey, I finally bought this Festool, and great. I'm glad that I was able to you know, convince you or put you over the edge to purchase that because it's a good tool. Vac system, it's not cheap, but I know there's 4 people that have bought one. Saved up the money and they bought one. Now it was in their budget. And it's a great tool to have and to use, especially if you do a lot of laminating or sanding. It's a phenomenal tool. And like I said, you're a hobbyist. You're taking your hard-earned money and you're putting into a hobby that you're not making really any money on. Now some people, yes, they have. I built those boxes, I built those tables, but I don't know more. You know, between my business, doing the YouTube, and of course my models, I don't do a business anymore. This is all just for me to play with and for family and for the house. So again, go with your gut feeling and your budget, of course, and the reliability, of course, the warranty and the durability of the tool. That's what basically you should be looking for. Okay? All right, YouTube. Upcoming. For one, I thank you very much. That shop tour, boom, is blown up. I think I have 50 some odd more subscribers. Thank you very, very, very much. I greatly appreciate it. And as you can see, I'm not wearing a Mike's Woodshop shirt. This was kind of like was rubbing on me for the last 2 days, and I just figured, let me do this video. But, okay, upcoming. Tomorrow I finally will be picking up, which they've been holding for me, thank you very much, Woodcrafters, the sliding table for the, yeah, that beautiful thing over here that I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to look now. Stop. Because, dun dun dun, I got a new recliner for my birthday. You know, after the leg injury, and I'm still, you know, fending with it, the recliner I have, I kill myself trying to get out of. So, for my birthday, my lovely wife bought me a new recliner. But of course, the recliner now warrants me to change the wall unit, which we've been talking about for some time. So the upcoming project is going to be 10 foot, 8 foot, or 7.5 foot tall wall unit. Right now I have the TV with a stand we bought, and I built 2 towers on the other side. I have a big video collection. We don't really watch all the videos, so we're just going to keep the videos somewhere else, and I'm going to build things for her to put her knickknacks on, and then mount the TV on the wall, a bottom piece where we can keep the liquor, we can keep the wine glasses and stuff like that, which are really in the kitchen. So that's going to be the next project, and I'm going to need that sliding table. So I'm going to be doing a video on the assembly and tuning up of the table, and then we'll be doing the build. It'll probably be close to 10 videos. All right, so that's going to be the upcoming project. So I look forward to starting that. Since the garage is done, I get everything pretty much working the way I like it. Of course, the painting, God knows when I'm ever going to paint this stuff. But, oh, another thing. Also, the new 500 locking system from Festool for the 500 Domino. I have that. That I also have to pick up tomorrow. That came in. I'm going to be doing a review on that and a demonstration. So, I rambled on enough. Again, thank you very much for all of the new subscribes and everyone that has been a follower, a subscriber of mine. Again, I greatly appreciate all of the likes, the comments, and the subscribes. Again, have a safe and productive week, and I will see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.